Okay, so what is a variable in programming? So a variable is pretty much just a box that you put things in, and that's useful for a number of reasons. But let's just start with the box. So we have a box, right? And you give it a name, right? In programming, we use these boxes and we give them names, and then we just throw these names around and use them in different ways. So let's say we have box A and we want to put a number in it, right? Let's, make this about math for a little bit. So we put a number in it, 1, right? And then we have a box called B, and we put another number in it, 2. And this is, you can use this similar to algebra, right? Because they're boxes with numbers in it. So you could do A plus B, and that's equal to 3, right? Or you could do C equals A plus B, and then C is obviously equal to 3. And, C changes based on what these values are. So if I change B to 3, it'll change C to 4, and so on. So that's useful, right? And it's useful to have a box that automatically updates. So let's say, we always want C to equal A plus B, right? For a number of reasons. Let's say we're trying to calculate we're constantly trying to calculate the perimeter of a fence, let's say, and let's not make it boring. And let's say, it's in a game. We have to calculate the area of a plot of land that, people are buying in a game, right? So that we can tell the user, hey, you have 25 square feet of land at your disposal, and you're making money off of it or something, so we always want to do A times B, right? So C equals A times B. C is what you want to tell the user, right? C is that, and we don't have to even use we don't even have to use single letters, right? Because in programming, we could just call them whatever we want. So these boxes don't have to be A and B, but let's say we still want them to be. Let's say we want C, of course, just to be land size. So that's land size will always be equal to A times B, and that's perfect, right? Especially because we can take 1 and 3 in and out of the boxes. So we can switch them around. We can constantly add to them. We could do A equals 3 at any point, and A will equal 3 at that point, and then land size will automatically adjust. So that's how it would work in games. So, but these boxes, right? They don't just have to hold numbers, right? So that's what a variable is. It's just a box that holds things, right? And you do have to specify what you're going to put in the box in most cases, right? So you might have to say I'm putting a number in here, or I'm going to put some words in here, right? So let's say in this case we're putting hello, and we have another box that we put how are you, the short version, because we can. And this is A, and this is B. We can still do A plus B. In some languages it's a bit different the way that you do that, but we could do A plus B, and it'll pretty much equal hello, how are you, right? But in this case, these variables, these boxes are holding text, right? And that's where we get into variable types, which will be in my next video. But variables hold information, data, inside of boxes that are labeled, and we can use this label to refer to this information, whatever it may be. So that initially, let's say we set, C, which is actually, no, we're not going to set that to C. We're going to say A plus B equals greeting at any moment in our code, even if along the way we change A to howdy. At any moment, when we are referring to greeting, we're always referring to whatever is in A plus whatever is in B, and that's hella useful because that means that you can change the values of A or B or whatever variable, whatever you want, based on certain conditions. So we could run a function, for example, that will display the greeting to the user, and whatever that would be when it evaluates. So you can have the function, let's say you press a button and it changes the greeting to, howdy. It'll do this inside of the function whenever you press the button. And then it'll display to the user. And so it's very useful to have dynamic boxes. And that's it. I need to drink water. Okay, thank you. Bye.